Okay, so when I heard about Game Boy Advance Runner 2 on the Nintendo DS, what I thought it was the DS cart through software finding a way to use the backwards compatibility mode of the Game Boy Advance inside the DS. But that's not what's going on here. What's going on is it's using the ARM7 of the DS with some Game Boy Advance BIOS to try and emulate the Game Boy Advance more accurately. And we're going to see just how well that works. But first, in order to get it running, you need, obviously, Game Boy Advance Runner 2, ARM7 DLDI _DS.NDS. You'll need the Game Boy Advance BIOS, and you'll need YSMenu, otherwise it won't work. When you look at YSMenu and what's in there, it'll give you different options for which card you have. I myself am using the R4, so just go to R4i-SDHC, copy ysmenu.nds, ttmenu.dat, and ttmenu folder, as well as the Game Boy Advance BIOS and the GBA Runner.nds to the root directory of the micro SD card that you will be using with your flash card. Now let's take a look at what games are compatible on the DS. Right, in order to get it to work, you need to use YSMenu, otherwise it's just not going to do anything. Let that load up, and then up here it'll give you the option to look for what you want to have run. Go to GBARunner2 _ARM7 DLDI _DS.NDS, and then wherever you put your Game Boy Advance games on your micro SD card is where they will be, obviously. And we're going to take a look at Donkey Kong Country for the time being. As you can see, it loads up, and I'm going to pause so that the cutscenes don't ruin the video. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of Donkey Kong Country. Which button does the... Alright, there we go. Now I got Diddy. Damn you. Alright, so Donkey Kong Country clearly works. Here we are with Ghost Rider. For some reason the audio isn't quite as good as I should be. It's just playing the intro music. Very weird controls when R is to jump. But overall it looks like it's playing pretty well. So we'll skip this one. It plays better than the other emulators on the DS, so that's something. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, or Amazing Magic Mirror, whatever it's called. It's working good. It's just Kirby. Never got into these games, but you know, I can see the appeal to them. Take that. Trying to play this all one-handed, so but it's clearly playing. I'll have to give it another shot when I'm able to play it without recording and whatnot. Alright, here's Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the Game Boy Advance, and looks like it's playing pretty well. Sounds like it's playing well enough. Never played this game before, so I have no idea where to go. But it's mostly just for demonstrations of how well it works anyway. I don't see any weird glitches, and sound is all... Interesting. Well, it works. Here's Mario Kart on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know why you'd want to play this version when the DS version is superior. But hey, here it is. Pseudo 3D games like this work well. The Mode 7 style effects, though it's not technically Mode 7, work well enough on the DS, being emulated from the Game Boy Advance. And I'm not very good at it, especially playing with one hand. But it is. Metroid Zero Mission. It's working. Is it gonna load or is it gonna freeze? Okay. A little bit of loading problems here and there, but you damn bats. What's it gonna do? Okay. Well, Metroid Zero Mission works. Metroid Fusion. It actually works pretty well. I haven't... Okay, I don't have access to that area yet. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to get away from that area. Or am I? Okay, well, so this game works pretty well. Pokemon Fire Red seems to be playing pretty well. If I could just get it to control right. One-handed play. And obviously, probably just skipped going right up here. I think there's one or two Pokemon games that have troubles with this emulator. I forget which ones. don't see any problems with this, but then even the old emulator could run this game as well as Fire Emblem. So this isn't much of a surprise. I lose. So again, this game works pretty well. Let's see what else works. So here we have Super Mario Land, Super Mario World, the Super Nintendo port. Of course I messed that up. I'm not seeing any troubles with it, so... Oh, I thought that was a power up. Been a while since I played this game. Well, it works. Okay, so all the 2D games that I just showed work pretty flawlessly. A couple of hiccups here and there with the sound on a few of them. But for the most part, it works pretty good for 2D games. But what about the more technically impressive games on the Game Boy Advance? The ones that use raycasting or binary space partitioning, voxels, or even full-out polygons. Let's test those out and see just what ones work and which ones don't. So here's 007 Nightfire. Now let's take a look. Okay, so let's just play. It is very choppy. Way choppier than what it is on actual Game Boy Advance hardware. If I were playing with two hands, I'd be able to take care of these guys, but... care of those ones. But it is almost unplayable with how choppy it is and how loud and clipped the sound seems to be. At least compared to what I've played on emulators of this game. For like PC and stuff. So, it works, but it's not great. Very poor frame rates and bad audio issues. Here's some Crazy Taxi for the Game Boy Advance. And yikes, did you see all this? All the glitching? This is a mess and it's unplayable. I know you're supposed to pick up customers, but I'm just trying to drive around just to see exactly what... This is unplayable. Hey look, it's Doom. And it plays like... Well, it has the same graphics glitches of Crazy Taxi, and it's also very slow. Right? I mean, I would recommend just getting the homebrew port of Doom for the DS itself, instead of trying to play the Game Boy Advance version like this. It's not completely unplayable, but you have to have a huge tolerance for slowdown and graphics glitches like this in order to actually so and here's Doom 2, also complete with graphics glitches. In fact, I think the graphic glitches on this are even worse than on the first one. This is unplayable. The BSP node tree must be messing up or something. I don't know what's going on. But I can't play a game that looks like this. The game that I was most excited to try, you can tell just from the music, yeah, let's see how it works. Oh man. Well, that's even worse than Doom 2. That is horrible. I was really looking forward to playing this one. No. DS doesn't have a real first-person shooter Duke Nukem game. I was hoping I could get the Game Boy Advance version running like this, but nope. Unplayable. Need for Speed Underground 2 has the same graphic glitches we were seeing on those other 3D games. At least on the other raycasting and BSP games. Which may be how this is running. I don't know, actually. Lots of slowdown as well. And these glitches would make it really hard to play. There are better Need for Speed games on the DS anyways, like Need for Speed Pro Street, so it's kind of pointless wasting your time with this. But if you really wanted to play this specific racing game for nostalgia or whatever, you're going to have to find another option, because using the GBA Runner 2 just isn't going to cut it. Star X is working. I mean, some of the 3D is kind of transparent here and there, which doesn't happen in the emulators, and I'm pretty sure the original hardware doesn't do that either. But hey, it's one of the 3D Game Boy Advance games that works well enough to actually be playable on here. If I had two hands to play with, I'd be able to actually play this game a bit better. And that's a common complaint in this video of mine. The things I do for you people. But yeah. So this is one of the more technically impressive Game Boy Advance games that do run on this emulator. With decent results. Occasional glitching of the polygons there as you saw, but nothing too major, nothing game breaking. So yeah, Top Gear Rally on the Game Boy Advance actually works. An actual 3D game, at least a game with 3D walls anyways, that works. And I think that's a 3D model, polygon model of the car too. So yeah, this is an actual 3D game that works on the Game Boy Advance emulator for the DS. So, I mean, the game itself is just kind of, but you know, hey, for early 2000s racing games on a portable system like this ain't too bad. The games that make the DS completely freeze up are Need for Speed Most Wanted, Street Racing Syndicate. That's like the most technically advanced game on the Game Boy Advance, I think. It plays like crap, and the frame rate is awful, but graphically it's the most impressive. But that will make your DS freeze if you try playing it this way. Wing Commander Prophecy will also do this. So that's 3 games that will make your DS freeze up if you try playing them with the GBA Runner 2. So if you're wanting to play just your simple sort of 2D games on your DS, Game Boy Advance games on your DS, like this, I think this is a good enough method, right? It plays Metroids and Kirby's and Mario's, all those fun ones. But if you're wanting to play the more technically advanced Game Boy Advance games, like your Duke Nukems and your Dooms, then this is probably not the best method. You should probably just play it with a front slot. Either get the actual Game Boy Advance games, or use a flash cart for the Game Boy Advance and put it in the front slot and play it that way. Which will have 0 problems, because then it is just the Game Boy Advance that you're playing. But yeah, it's not a bad emulator, I would say. It's definitely an improvement from the last one, which, as I said before, could only really play a specific version of Pokemon Fire Red and Fire Emblem without any problems with the audio or the gameplay itself. So this is a massive improvement. I just think it needs to go a little further. But it's pretty good right now. Though if even the cheapest flash carts for Game Boy Advance are like $20 right now. If I really wanted to play all those technically advanced Game Boy Advance games on the go, I'd just put them on there and emulate them that way. That thing is homebrewed just as much as my DS is, and it plays all of them flawlessly. You can even emulate the PSP, even the GameCube. It can emulate some of those games. So, yeah, peace.